Before we begin, thank you all for your views and support. Chapter 11, Switzerland. After a flight to the Swiss Alps in a whirlwind week, you find yourself on a busy film set, the crew bustling about as Ash walks up and offers you a hot cup of tea. Thank you. The heat from the cup is nothing compared to the sizzle you feel as his fingers brush yours, his hand lingering a moment more than necessary. Happy to be of service. It may be absolutely stunning out here, but I've never been so cold in my life. We'll just have to huddle up for warmth together. You shoot him a coy smile and step into his embrace, his arms immediately coming up around you. So I'm a glorified space heater now? You can feel his pulse quicken at your proximity, his eyes dropping to your lips. No, you're my boyfriend and bodyguard. If this doesn't count as guarding my body, I don't know what does. He gently tilts your chin up and presses a sweltering kiss to your lips, warming you from head to toe. Just for future reference, sharing body heat works better without clothes. Definitely noted. I just wish we had more time to actually enjoy Switzerland. I've hardly had a moment to catch my breath with Ramey's schedule. As though to demonstrate your point, the assistant director's voice pierces through the moment. Places, everyone, we're ready to roll. Duty calls. Ash winds his arms around your waist, drawing you against his chest so that his warmth bleeds into you. So it's a date tonight? Just the two of us? As close as we can get? You gently stroke his arm, reveling in the solid strength surrounding you, wishing you could stay there forever. I'd love to, but with all these long hours, I'm not sure I'll have the energy to do anything but crawl into bed. Strokes your hip with his thumb, and you melt into his embrace, a momentary relief from your exhaustion. And I'll be sure to take care of you when you get off. He turns you in his arms, reaching up to rub at your tired shoulders. The tension in your muscles eases while another starts to coil in your belly. I'm thinking a bubble bath and a sensual massage. You really know how to spoil a girl. Slide my hand between his legs. Yeah, let's do a kiss. You lean in and press your lips against his. A quick yet tender kiss that makes you ache for more. The two of you linger, unwilling to part, when you finally pull apart. A shared smile passes between you. Knock 'em dead, starlet. I will. Then I'll come straight home to you. You'd better. As he walks away, you can't help but feel a pang of longing for having hardly a chance to share any time with him since you arrived. This trip was supposed to be a way to show him that we can have a life together, even if he's my bodyguard. We have to do something tonight. I can't keep letting my work get in the way. You and Val take your places on the side of the street, the beautiful Swiss Alps stretching out behind you. And action! Win. Thank you for bringing me to the frozen sanctum, for keeping me safe, but we can't hide here forever. Sooner or later, we'll have to face Lord Farron and his army. If we face him again, we might not make it out alive. Celine, I won't risk losing you. I want you by my side, Win, but I'll face this threat alone if I have to. I'm not abandoning my destiny. You cup Val's cheek, about to lean in for a kiss. Win. Cut! That's not the latest script, Ava. We've revised the line, too. I can't do it alone. I need you, Win. But that doesn't make sense. Selena loves Win, but her cause always comes first. The story is meant to be about your romance. That should be the focus. The book is about Selena Gray finding her strength and independence. That's what the fans want. Ava's right, Ramey. The one reason we're even here is because of the fans. We should try to stay true to the spirit of the original. Ramey knows what he's doing. He's the director. Renee. The fans will be upset. As actors, we have a responsibility to maintain the story for the people who have been supporting us. The fans will be fine, Ava. You're overreacting. It would be one thing if all three of my leads agreed, but it's 2 versus 2, and my vote is the tiebreaker. You get a double entendre vote? What? I respect your passion, Ava, but you need to trust in the vision I have for the film. Now, let's try that again. As you get back to your mark, you glance over at Renee, who smirks. It's clear her issue is something personal between us, even if I don't know what that is. But if I want to save the movie, I need to win her over. Let me guess, a diamond choice? Will you be doing that? As day comes to close, you gather your belongings, catching snippets of Renee and Val's conversations as they chat nearby. I can't believe I've been in Switzerland for a week and haven't even gone clubbing yet. I mean, Verber is known for its jet-setting scene. This could be my chance to get Renee on my side and act like an actual couple with Ash. You know, Ash and I have been wanting to see the city too. Mind if we tag along? Well, let's make a night of it. We didn't hear shit from Renee. In your dressing room, you pull out your phone to text Gemma, hoping it's a reasonable time back in LA. Finally getting a night out with Ash, but Renee's also coming and I really need to impress her. Lucky for you, I had your stylist pack something special, just in case. Renee will be dying to be seen with you. Though I have a feeling Ash is gonna love it even more. Wink, Peach. You're a gem. You quickly find the garment bag, unzip it, revealing a sexy leather dress with glittering accents that hug all your curves. Ash's jaw will drop when he sees me in this. VIP Vixen, get down and dirty on the dance floor. Let me know your thoughts. You step into the dress and spin in front of the mirror, admiring how the dress accentuates your figure. I bet Ash won't be able to keep his hands off me while I'm showing all the skin. And looking this hot, even Renee won't be able to resist my charm. As you finish getting ready, Ash steps in your dressing room, his breath catching at the sight of you. Wow, Ava. What's the occasion? His eyes rake your body, his gaze lingering on your cleavage and exposed skin of your sides. We're going clubbing with Renee and Val. He takes a step closer, as though he can't resist you, and runs his finger through the chains on your leg. His touch barely grazes your skin, inching towards your inner thigh, but it's enough to make your core throb. I'm gonna want to do a lot more than dance with you looking like this. Heat spreads through your body as he places his hands on your bare waist and draws you closer. I might just have to wear this kind of outfit more often as if this is the reaction I get. He leans in, his lips grazing your ears as he speaks, sending a shiver down your spine. Don't tempt me. But are you sure it's safe to go out like this? I mean, with everything that's happened? I'm done letting fear control my life. We can't let this stalker dictate what we can do. Besides, don't you want to finally spend some time with me? I can think of plenty of ways we could spend time together, back at the hotel with much less clothes. The bed will still be there after you show me off. The vibrant lights of the club dance around you as you, Ash, Renee, and Val make your way to the VIP section. Okay, this is it. I have to convince Renee that the movie needs to change and convince Ash that we can have a life together. Should be easy. But the pulsating beat of the music filling the air quickly washes away your worry. This place is incredible. Look at that runway. It does have the fashion-forward vibe. Honestly, you look like you belong up there, Ava. He's right. You'll have to pass along the name of your designer. I'd love to see what they could do for me. Thanks, Renee. That's 1 point for Ava. No, that was 1 point for your designer. As you internally celebrate your win, a man in a professional yet casual suit approaches one of the bouncers. Excuse me, Miss Cohen, but would you mind walking our runway? It's not every day we have celebrities in here, especially dressed like this. We'd love to showcase your look. I'd love to. Ash brings her hand up to his lips, kissing the back of it. The feeling of his touch lingers even once he pulls away and lets go. The crowd won't be the only one watching. You step onto the catwalk and glide down the runway, stopping at the end to pose as the cameras flash all around you. You find Ash in the crowd, his dark eyes watching you with an intensity that steals your breath. sway my hips as I walk. Giving him a sly wink, you turn to head down the runway, making sure to seductively sway your hips as you go. That's sure to get him all riled up. As you near the back of the runway, you sneak a peek behind you, where you can see the hunger burning in his gaze. Stepping off the stage, you find Ash waiting for you. He leans in and lets his breath ghost over your ear. Tease. You love it. Rather than answer, he draws you into a kiss, then pulls away with a smirk, even as you chase after him, longing for more. Two can play that game. Ash takes your hand as he leads you through the crowd back to Val and Renee. Don't let me forget to thank Gemma for this amazing dress. Given all the pictures people took, I'm sure she'll know. Making your way to the VIP lounge, you take a seat next to Ash, scooting close to him so you're tucked into his side. Gotta say, I'm not used to enjoying the VIP perks. Dating a celebrity does have its advantages. Wrap my arm around his waist. As you settle into the cozy space, you reach out and gently grab his arm, guiding it around your waist. His warmth quickly surrounds you, and when he digs his fingers into your side, to pull you closer, you can't help but groan. I've got all I need right here. Drinks arrive, and Val is quick to grab one and raise it in the air. To a fantastic night. You all clink glasses, and with the upbeat music pumping you up, you turn to Renee. Renee, I was wondering... No, I'm here to relax and enjoy myself. I won't let you steal that from me, too. Steal? What are you talking about? Do you think I'm an idiot? Celine Gray was my role, and you took it. Whoa, let's not go throwing out accusations like that. Ava would never do something like that. I was all but promised that role before she came along. The shiny new star. That's not fair, Renee. They offered me the role in my audition. I had no idea you were even up for it. You want to talk about fair? Next time they cast me in a movie, it'll be to play your mom. Renee, I'm not here to compete with you. You were a role model to me. I dreamed of working alongside you. She seems to soften for a moment, but then her expression hardens and she waves dismissively. That might be a nice story for the tabloids, but I doubt it's actually true. Renee scowls and pinches the bridge of her nose, and you offer her a placating smile. Why don't Ash and I go grab you another drink? A dirty martini, right? Her eyes widen in surprise even as she nods, and Val flashes you a thumbs up under the table before you and Ash head for the bar. I can't believe she thinks you stole the role from her. Welcome to Hollywood. If I'm ever gonna get her to like me, I need to get to know her on a deeper level. We could always play a drinking game like Never Have I Ever. That game can get real naughty real fast. But it's hard to dislike someone when they know the strangest place you've hooked up. Look up at Ash as you trail a single finger from his shoulder down his chest. You're not worried about the scandalous secrets I could learn about you? He slides his arm around your waist, his hands dropping to squeeze your ass and draw you against him. Maybe I just want to hear yours. This could be the perfect way to get Renee to let down her guard and bring Ash and me even closer. With drinks in hand, you return to the table, unable to hide the grin from your face. Ash and I were just talking, and we thought we should play Never Have I Ever. Seriously. Come on, Renee, I know you love hearing all the juicy details about everyone's personal lives. Besides, what have you got to lose? Fine. Better than having to listen to you all chatter endlessly about our work. I'll start. You peek at Ash from the corner of your eye, letting your gaze linger on his chest as you take him in. Never have I ever used a bounce chicka wow wow toy or had a one-night stand. One night stand. Ash, Val, and Renee all take a sip from their drinks. Ash, I never would have guessed. I don't make a habit of it, but let's just say there's a lot of dating prospects in the Special Forces. An image of you meeting Ash in some bar in Italy flashes unbidden across your mind. You squeeze your thighs as you think about him buying you a drink, taking you up to his room, ravishing you without ever telling you his name. Lucky for me. With your hand under the table, you rub along his leg. His muscles tense as he locks eyes with you. As your finger teases up his inner thigh, you nearly miss Renee speaking, too focused on every small hitch of his breath. Okay, my turn. Never have I ever slept with my boss. Exchange a knowing glance with Ash, and he reaches for his drink. Wow, Ash. I never would have guessed. Your voice drips with playful mischief as your hand ventures further, wandering between his legs. Is he drinking because he slept with a commanding officer while in Special Forces, or is he drinking because he thinks you're his boss? Which one is it? I hope you got a raise out of it. What can I say? I mastered the art of climbing the corporate ladder. His chuckle turns into a sigh as you press your hand against him, feeling it stiffen in his pants. Let's see, never have I ever gotten a lap dance in real life. Only when the cameras were rolling. Only Renee drinks and you raise an eyebrow at Ash. So yes to one-night stands, but no to lap dances? I've just never had the chance. We could change that right now. The desire and his expression is all the assent you need. You have to hold back a chuckle as his hips arch up after you when you pull your hand away. Wow, now it's a party. I should go all out or make it slow and teasing. You turn your back to Ash, tossing your hair as you look at him over your shoulder, his gaze rapt. Slowly, you begin to sensually sway your hips, caressing your curves as you move. Damn. You smirk at him, dipping low to the ground and rising your ass in the air. I do know how to put on a show. Finally, you sink down onto his lap and his hands immediately come up to hold your waist. You grind against him already hard beneath you. Nice form, Ava. And here I thought you were just a goody two-shoes. But literally you thought she stole the role from you. Which is it? I'm full of surprises. That's for sure. His voice is low and a little strained, and your core throbs at the clear effect you've had on him. You can't help but give Ash one final grind before you climb out of his lap and reclaim your seat beside him. Ash, I believe it's your turn. He ponders for a moment, his hand finding its way to your thigh this time. Let's see. Struggle not to squirm as he runs his fingers along the juncture of your hip, so close and yet so far from where you ache. Never had I ever had, in the shower. Okay. Val and Renee immediately take a sip from their drink, their eyes widening in surprise when you don't take a sip. But seriously, neither of you. It just never lined up for me. I spent most of my time in the forces, so luxurious showers weren't exactly on the agenda. Yep. Ash's fingers wander across your stomach, leaving goosebumps in their wake and making it hard for you to concentrate. Well, you two are missing out. The steam, the water caressing your skin, it's a whole different level of pleasure. Especially if you've got an adjustable shower head. Seems like Ash and I have some catching up to do. His hand dips between your legs, and you barely keep yourself from bucking into the slight pressure. My turn again? You put your hand over Ash's, keeping it pressed against you, but preventing him from moving it. Never have I ever fantasized about sleeping with Wynn. We'll just do the first one. I know that might be hard to believe, but I swear it's true. Val immediately takes a sip from his drink, and you raise an eyebrow as Renee hesitates. Oh, come on, Renee. You don't have to be embarrassed. I'm not. I just didn't... Impressive. If I hadn't been in a coffee shop when I read the balcony scene, I wouldn't have been able to resist. I actually never read the books. Oh, she's one of them. How can she be a part of a movie franchise without reading the books it's based on? Why not? I don't know. I've just never been into that kind of modern fantasy. Well, the books are incredible. I'd be happy to lend them to you if you ever want to try them. Just don't tell Raimi about me not reading the source material. And something tells me Raimi hasn't read the source material himself. I won't, I swear. It's then that you see Ash take a sip from his drink, and you let go of his hand, where it's still resting between your legs. Ash, I didn't realize that you'd read the books. Why didn't you say so? It just never came up, I guess. The smirk only intrigues you, making desire coil in your gut as he rubs at your core. You'll have to tell me what you thought of it. Later. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's time to chill out on the hard drinks. We don't have to be too hungover for tomorrow's shoot. You cough to cover up the wine that leaves your throat as Ash pulls his hand back and nods at Val. Come on, Val. Let's get everyone a round of beer. Val and Ash leave you and Renee alone on at the table. You take a deep breath as you turn to her. By the way, Switzerland has some really good, beers and stuff. I've never personally had them, but I hear they're great. Over this pond from us, most of us who are reading in America, a beer over there is actually really good versus here. It's just watered down garbage. Renee, I know we got off to a rough start, but I'd like us to bury the hatchet and find a way to work together. I'm listening. Well, when I read the books, I adored your character. I always wanted her to be my best friend. And when I heard that you were cast in the role, I couldn't have been happier. Really? I've always admired your work, and I knew your portrayal would bring so much depth to the character. Yeah, except she hasn't read the damn books. She looks at you with a narrowed eye, and lets out a sigh, her posture relaxing. Were you serious about lending me the books? Absolutely. I'd love to hear what you think of them. I've got a lot of catching up to do then. Especially if we're going to get Raimi to change the script to better match it. Bonding with Renee won her over. You mean... Yes, I'm siding with you and Val. You throw your arms around her, pulling her into a hug. She awkwardly pats you on the back. Thank you. This is gonna mean the world to the fans. Don't make a big thing of it. Then someone calls your name and you turn to see a crowd of people pointing your direction as they pushed past the bouncer and into the club. Oh my god, it's Ava Cohen and Renee Foster! Oh, that's Val Batista! Your heart pounds as the crowd rushes at you and you desperately search for Ash in the sea of faces. Ava, I'm coming. Not the first time she's heard that. Ash springs into action, pushing his way through the club until he's standing in front of you, acting as a shield. Ava, can I get an autograph? Panic builds in your chest with the chaos, but then Ash is wrapping her arm around you, the other braced in front of him to keep people back. Everyone step back. The furious glare in his tone to the boys makes the crowd hesitate, long enough for the club security to close in and escort them from the building. As soon as they're gone, Ash turns to you, worry etched across his face. Are you alright? Thanks to you. He cups your cheek and you can't help but lean into the warmth of his palm and the gentle way he touches you. I've gotta say, you've already got this bodyguard-boyfriend combo down to perfection. Maybe, but we shouldn't push our luck. We ought to head home. We can't go home yet. We haven't even danced. Before he can protest, you grab his hand and lead him to the center of the dance floor. Pressing yourself against him, you slide your arms over his shoulders as you sway to the beat, his own arms grabbing your waist to pull you closer. You have no idea what you do to me. His heartbeat thrums in your body as strong and sure as the rhythm of the music. Make him desperate for me. Grind against him. Aren't they one and the same? I'm sorry. In sync with the sultry melody, you spin and twirl your hips, just barely grazing him each time you come together until he's panting for breath. Everything okay? You're breathing a little heavy there. You take his hand and guide it sensually along the curves of your body, as touch enough to ignite the desire in your belly. He leans in to kiss you, and you let him get close enough to feel your breath on his lips before twisting away with a teasing smile. You're going to drive me crazy, Starla. You want an amusement sparkle in his eyes, as matching your rhythm, the heat growing between you. The crowd around you fades into the background, and it feels as if it's just the two of you in your own world. Things I want to do to you. He nips at your ear, making you gasp, then turns you to face him, hunger burning deep in his eyes. Tell me. He kisses down your jaw to your pulse point. His voice is a velvet whisper against your skin. I want to take my time with you to explore every inch of your body until you're shaking with need. A rush of heat floods your body, making you dampen and your core throb. Oh, God. He licks up the line of your neck, and you clutch his shoulders, barely holding back a moan. Then, once you're truly desperate, I'd bury my head between your thighs. I'd give you whatever you want. I want you to overwhelm me with pleasure. Yep. Again, gotta be careful because of the risque nature where we're talking, because YouTube. You squeeze your thighs together as his words leave you aching for touch, for friction. Ash, I don't know if I can wait until we get home to feel you. His hands lie down to squeeze your ass, only to worsen your need for him. Lucky for you, I did a sweep of this place when we got here, and there's a green room in the back. He slots one of his legs between yours, rubbing briefly at you through your clothing. You drop your head against his shoulder as your body quakes at the wave of pleasure that crashes over you. We could sneak back there and make all of this a reality. I know what you want, truly, but we can't because it's YouTube. This is one time I just know. Sorry. Also, I clicked yes on accident. God damn it! I wasn't paying attention, mother. Okay. I need you now. Wordlessly, Ash leads you through the crowd and down a back hallway, yearning still coiled tight in your belly. Apparently my subconscious is like, no, let's push the boundaries. But when you open the door, you see that the room is already occupied by a lone man staring at his phone. Candy Crush should not be this hard. The man looks up when Ash clears his throat, surprise and guilt on his face. That's not the expression of a man who belongs in a private room. I should let Ash take care of it. With a confident nod, Ash steps forward, shoulders squared as he stares the man down. Excuse me, but this is a restricted area. Please vacate the premises. You don't look like security. No, he's just special forces. The tension in the room grows thick as he takes a step forward, cutting an imposing figure. I'll ask you nicely one more time, and then I'll remove you myself. Leave. The man flinches back and scrambles to his feet, keeping a wide berth from Ash as he rushes for the door. Right, I'll just go. Candy Crush was not worth it. As the door swings shut, you stride over to Ash, running on an appreciative hand along his muscular bicep. You have no idea how hot that was. Then we better get you out of that clothing before you burn up. Finally, alone, your lips crash together, your hands clutch desperately at each other. Every touch builds the heat between you as fingertips skimming along the bare skin revealed by your dress. As stunning as this dress looks on you, I want to see what's underneath. His hands find the zipper at the back, sliding it down so you can slip out of it entirely. Now I feel underdressed. Tell me the green doesn't ruin it for you every time. I know a lot of you have shared about the same sentiment, especially how the neck choker just makes no sense. Especially with the outfits that we wear. And that's supposed to be underneath the whole time. Pushing his jacket off his shoulders, your hands roam across his muscular chest, feeling the warmth and strength even through his clothing. I want to feel every inch of you. Slip your fingers under his shirt, raising it up with tantalizing slowness as you bend to kiss the newly exposed skin. His chest bare, your eyes rove hungrily over his pecs and abs while your hands slowly work his jeans. You have no idea how much I want you. Your lips meet again and you revel in the sensation of his bare skin against yours. Show me then. His lips find their way to your neck, planting hot, open-mouth kisses that leave your skin tingling. His hands glide along your waist, hips, thighs, a trail of fire that leaves you dripping with need. Why don't we make that fantasy I told you about a reality? You can't help but buck your hips as his fingers slide between your thighs and rubbing your sweet spot. Every grace makes you tremble until it feels like your legs are about to give out. First, let's move this to the couch. Lifting you in his arms, he guides you to the couch and lowers you onto the plush cushions. His lips continue the journey across your breasts, and you gasp when he catches your nipple between his teeth. Yep. Looks like we got a little carried away. Like a couple of teenagers. Laughter bubbles forth from you both before you go to gather your belongings, his gaze still roving over your body as you do. If you keep looking at me like that, we might have to go another round. Tempting, but I'd rather have my way with you someplace nicer where I can take all the time I want. Not helping. You both hastily get dressed and head back out into the club, Ash's arm wrapped securely around you. Later that night, you and Ash take the limo back to your hotel, cuddled up on the seat. Tonight was amazing. It was. He takes your hand and brings it to his lips, placing a gentle kiss on the back of it. The warmth of his touch sends a comforting wave through you as you rest your head against his shoulder. And it made me realize that we can make this work. Which means I'm going to take you out on your first real date. Yay! Alright, so without further ado, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description, plenty of things to check out there, and ways to support. Without further ado, let me say the following. Once again, thank you all for watching. It means a lot. Your continued support with viewers like you is very much appreciated, especially when you get the word out that our channel does exist. It means a lot, and please do so if you haven't. There's the share, there's way of people, of promoting to people that, hey, this channel, not just does it have, these books and these apps, but it has a lot of gaming, too, especially if you haven't checked out Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Just, started covering that yesterday on a stream. You can always feel free to tune in, but other than that, let me just say the following about this book. So I actually got in a conversation today, because, like I said, there is a link down below to Discord, right, where you can come hang out with a lot of us, and we talk about these things, but, I was chatting with a person today about, apparently they rewrote Royal Romance to be more, all about Mount Chicka Wow Wow and less about how it originally was, and I was telling them, like, hey, that makes my content even more unique and one of a kind, because now that they've literally changed the source material from where it was to what it is now, a lot of people are like, ugh, I don't like the new Royal Romance versus where it was. And so it's ruined a lot of people's reading experiences from what people are telling me. And, again, it's one of the reasons why people keep coming to YouTube and a lot of us for this content, because we read the OG stuff, we read the good stuff, and I don't think the writers at Pixelberry realize this. They were in the top 10 grossing apps on Google and Apple 3 years ago, before they started going down this path that they're on of writing, let's be honest, more about schmoot and less about intriguing, engaging storytelling. And Chapters has kept its same place. You've got Romance Club that is literally and figuratively rising, and other apps that have rose well above Choices, and Choices continues to sink. So I don't think they understand that. It would be great, maybe if you guys would start, one, speaking with your wallet, two, speaking out against some of their writing choices, and saying, listen, we deserve better. This is not the shit we want. Again, there's also that like and dislike feature on the books. Make sure that if you do not like a story because of them not listening and because it's really badly written, to hit the dislike on those books so they can realize that. And then on books that you really enjoy, like I know a lot of you enjoy Endless Summer, It Lives Within, yada yada, make sure to like those books. You don't have to reread them, but make sure to like them. Maybe somehow we can reach the writers that are left at Pixelberry and we can make these books and this app great again. That's all I'm hoping for. Otherwise, thank you all again for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.